Hey there, welcome back guys. This video is thanks to you, just for you. 6,000 subscribers, who would have thought in the beginning it was just me? And if you go back to look at my previous videos and streams, there was nothing in the room. These are all just empty boxes, but there's actually been a video for anything and everything you see around here, or probably will be. Knowing that moving forward, I just want to shout out and say thanks to you guys, to Afix, Markabe, Midnight Off-Road Runner, Swedish Forge, Dave, right, and everyone else who I didn't mention but know who you are on my live streams, that have shared solutions, that have shared ideas for videos, right, and also help with online live streams and troubleshooting, suggesting software. Thanks to Afix, we're now using Streamlabs, which is phenomenal, and we're actually able to level up our viewer experience and interact more, because previously, I would go live and not realize people were commenting until later. But thanks to Afix's solution. And then Ken, thank you, Ken. We we now schedule our live streams. Ken's like, hey, do you think you could schedule your live streams, because I have a family and I really like your show and I want to be able to plan around it. So all this would not have been possible thanks to you guys. So I just want to reach out and say thank you. 6,000 subscribers, and out of the 6,000, some might be bots. Of course, some are real. Some are, one-stop shops that came, they got what they needed or came for, which was for that one particular video, and then that's it. And their way of saying thank you was to subscribe. So there are just many different ways. And people on the channel, and some were just still there watching, coming out of the woodworks. Kezim, right? Thank you, Kezim. Everyone has contributed in the channel in their own special way, but has helped me to level up too, and it's been an adventure slash learning experience. FPV Unknown, that's where things actually started. Thanks to FPV Unknown and Afix from the beginning. 3D printing, right? We leveled up and got into 3D printing thanks to Afix, and we got some 3D print of the week. Now you guys are part of that experience too. And again, I just want to say thank you. And my way of giving back is to share with you my journey, and on things that I wish I had known about before I actually started my channel. So without any further ado, let's get started. So my first thing is basically finding you. I have a little list. There'll be 10 things I'll go over and maybe add additional things on the way, points. But everything here is has been my experience. So, feel free to cherry pick, because what worked for me may not work for you, but at least there are some things that you should know about when it comes to the do's and don'ts that are pretty much universal. Okay, so just finding your niche. In the beginning we were drones only, but then we pivoted towards the how-to. There's a ban. If you're going to do hair and makeup, great, but keep in mind that there's a pandemic. What are you going to do with hair and makeup if there's another pandemic? So try to keep a balanced niche, so that you can pivot at any particular time, like I was able to, given that the directions that drones went in when it came to the ban, that may or may not happen, but at least I can still do a combination of both. Maybe I can, like my previous video I had done for these things right here that was sent to me, I did the review and used my drone as a tool to include drone footage, use it as a tool, that works just right for you and your viewers, and they loved it. They were like, great video. So, find your niche, find you, and don't worry if you need to pivot, if you start doing you and then you find out, what, I want to do this, because it'll take you some, and you'll find that some of you will be like, hey, I want to do that, and you do that, and that's all you do. Great. Some of you will be like, hey, I want to do that. You do that, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to steer in this direction, in that particular sense. And you just do what works right for you, and eventually you'll get there. But the biggest part and the hardest part in getting started with your YouTube channel is actually doing it. A lot of times you think about it like, oh my God, it'd be so cool if I had my own channel. Do it. Don't think about it, just do it, and your dreams will come true. And then hopefully, you'll get to 6,000, maybe 10,000, maybe however many thousands you need to be. But for some of you, it might be instant growth, and for others, like myself, it might take years to get there. But I'm there, and I continue to strive to be there wherever that is. But if things go stagnant and maintain themselves as is, then it'll still be business as usual. So just remember, try to find your voice, and your audience will find you. Collaborations, really, a lot of people are like, hey, I want to do YouTube and be send stuff like every week. I basically have a wait list. I get about 2 to 3 propositions for collaborations weekly, and some I turn down, or some I take. Some might be headphones that cost like $75. Some might be a rechargeable flashlight, right? That's only like $20. Or you might be sent the flashlight. This is it right here if you want to see. That super expensive. There's one that I may be sent that's like $100. But whatever it is that you're going to do a collaboration with, make sure you maintain the consistency and your creative effort and quality when it comes to the creativity. Don't shortchange them and like, oh, it's just a pen. Like, what am I going to do with that? They came to you because they like your style. So make sure you keep that style. And then next thing you know, some other collaborator might see you and be like, hey, I like your style, and they send you a 3D printer, or they send you a laser engraver. So always maintain consistency with that collaboration, because as you can see here, I reached out to them directly. So sometimes they'll find you, or you have to go out and just find them. You'll be like, solicit yourself. So I reached out, to Raveman, to these guys here, and be like, hey, I like your new light. This is what I do. I'm a YouTuber. And then finally they got back to me after my video, right? And as you can see, hi, Lewis, sorry for the delay. I saw you already published the FR500 review, right? We kindly invite you to join our affiliate team to earn a 10% commission on each order. Don't forget to add your PayPal account. I don't do PayPal, but they'll find out later. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as you can see, and that's like $100 light, So I've been sent thousands of dollars worth of stuff. I wish I made thousands of dollars worth of stuff, but sometimes you could sell the stuff and then and make hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. But you gotta not just sit and wait. Like, why isn't anybody contacting me? Well, you gotta solicit too. Find your niche area, reach out to them, and sometimes you have to register. So if we go here, this one, I'll leave a link to this in the description, right? This website, Media MZ. As you can see, I already applied for 2. Not much. You want the big ones, but in order to get the ones with the big bucks, you have to have more subscribers. But that's where you start, right? You start small, then you go big. Or you can go big and go home, but as you can see, it's not going to happen. I have solicited some of the bigger ones to be like, hey, wow, who doesn't want $2,000 for a video review? 50 to 2,000. Of course, there's a bid, and it goes to the best bidder. But just because it says, what it says, don't mind trying. Like, let's try. Let's try this one right here. 0 to 5,000, demand is 80, right? So if I click apply, YouTube, I'll put 50, right? And then click confirm. The follower subscriber count does not meet criteria. Sometimes it might not meet criteria, or sometimes it'll say, it works out. But you figure it out. That's one. And then this one right here, Udo ads. This one's pretty good too. I'll leave a link to this one in the description. Sometimes it's based on subscribers. See, this one, you need 1 million followers or 30,000. I've applied for some, and sometimes I've gotten lucky. They're like, no, but we have this, because you got to remember, sometimes these companies that have the big budget to do a collaboration with a YouTuber, on one particular product, sometimes they have more than one product. So don't be shy just because, oh, wow, I don't have 1 million subscribers. Look, I do it. I apply for it. And then sometimes they get back to me and they're like, no, but we have this. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. And sometimes what'll happen is this right here. They will like your video, right? And then you'll get an email that looks like this. You'll get says, hey, right here, I'm excited to share that we are about to launch a new product, because the Lumari has hundreds of products. And then they're like, hey, we liked your last video. We want to work with you again. And so, you know, no matter, even though it was something for the garden, now I'll have new lighting systems for my home, you know. So don't be limited just because it's, hey, it's just a pen. Who the fuck wants to do that? You know what? It'll open the doors to other opportunities. And even if your niche is hair, makeup, maybe you're doing Mac tips and tech, maybe you're doing video editing, just do shout out, right? Just throw it in. You know, like, hey guys, by the way, I also use these in my garden, because let's say I have 6,000 subscribers, maybe 100 are fake bots, maybe like 5,000 are real subscribers. And then out of all of them, how many don't have a garden? How many don't have a need for noise cancellation headphones? How many don't have a need for maybe a flashlight when they go camping? Because not everyone's sitting at home in front of the computer and that's it. You know, that's their whole life. People have lives, people have hobbies. So, you know, keep an open mind, as you can see, to what you're willing to solicit to your viewers / subscribers when people reach out to you. Like I said, I don't do sex toys, but hey, if that's your niche, then hey, because there are fans only, people that will pay to see you naked. Knowing that moving forward, copyright. So this is something I wish I had known and learned in the beginning. Just making sure it's still recording. In the beginning, I was just having fun, and I'm still having fun. You know, I'm just being me. I would say, hey, Alexa, never mind. I would say, play, you know, Psychedelic Furs Radio Pandora, and she would play it. And then I have it playing in the background, and we'd be doing how-to soldering videos. Thought nothing of it. I was just having fun, doing what I do. Who doesn't like listening to music while they're live streaming? Well, little and behold, I got copyright strikes on my channel. And I think 3 strikes, you're out. You get blacklisted. So what you would do is, let me just go here into my cursor. So just follow the bouncing ball. You want to check here. A lot of people don't know to check matches, removal request, messages, and archive. Nothing. Thankfully, you know, my copyright strikes came via email as warnings and letting me know that I wasn't able to make a shared revenue on the video, but I was using music that was not mine. Knowing that moving forward, YouTube actually does have here a beta music. You see right there? And you click this and then you type in, let's say, drive my car, Beatles. And if you see here, you can't make money off it. You can't make money off it. So what you want to do is, like I did, I found the one that I love. It was here. You have to make sure, because as soon as I press play, if I did this on the live stream or in this video, the video would become blacklisted and I would not be able to monetize on the video. Oh, here it is right here. See, drive my car. And I used that in a video and I was able to split the, you know, half goes to me and half goes to whoever owns the copyrights to that. So make sure, and then if you, this is what happens if you go to your content and you go here, you can go to age restrictions and click on copyright, right? So as you see, ineligible, partially blocked. Now you can have an amazing video and then it's partially blocked. I'm like, wait, what happened? That means it's limited to different continents and areas around the world where you could have potentially, you know, gone viral. But as you can see, that video only got 764 views because it's limited, it's restricted, because for some reason it's going to be me. Justin Timberlake does not like that, because it's going to be me, meaning him, and don't use my stuff in your video. So, knowing that moving forward, check it too after you post. Make sure it's not partially blocked. Make sure it says sharing, and if it says blocked or ineligible like that ineligible is okay. But it's still like semi in the dark, black and white. It's like a gray area when it comes to being blacklisted, because as you can see, I still got 12,000 views on that, but it probably could have gotten more, because remember, sometimes these ineligible songs are not are forbidden in some countries, right? Some countries are like, hey, you can't talk about Britney Spears, dancing, and something like that. Something like whatever the song is, but some might have religious barriers. So know that. And this is me in the beginning. I was just having a good old time. So when it comes to copyright, make sure the song is you can use, and YouTube has it right there. And then what you do is you type in the song in YouTube, and then you just download the MP3 file of the video, and then you convert it into an MP3 file, or you use this program right here. It is called Hit Pause Converter, and then basically you throw in the URL, and you can choose between the video or just the MP3 file. So it'll allow you to download it with, and save you. See, download right there, and then you put the URL in. It's called Hit Pause Converter, and then you decide whether you want the video or just the song only. And YouTube lets you do that. As you can see, you can choose which one you want. And they also do the same thing for videos. Don't use other people's stuff, because you will get blacklisted. And if someone finds it, then they can report you, or say, hey, don't worry about it, it's okay. Or for me, I'm like, don't worry about it, it's okay. So if I go here and type in, someone was using my stuff. A lot of you guys say I should reach out to the guy. If I type in RID, Ridgewood, New Jersey. Actually, I should type in Ridgewood, New Jersey on the YouTube channel. And if I go back home, right, go to your channel, and that song is usable, and type in Ridgewood, New Jersey. See, I come up, but there's also another video that we covered on my live stream. Interesting. Probably because you should search it in the main YouTube. This guy right here. So watch in the beginning.
So you're thinking about moving.
Whoops. Wait for it. See, there it is right there. That's my video. I don't know where he got it from. Well, he got it from my site, my YouTube channel, which is really cool. That's when I showed people how to do the tilt shift. He didn't ask. He didn't, tag me. Sometimes, hey, tag me, like mention me in it. That's my footage. I went out that day and did that. I worked really hard for that. It took me a couple of flights to do that. But no, nothing. I'm like, I could, whatever. It is what it is. But you could, how many views did he get on that one? 6,000 views. I could be like, hey, you got to remove that. And some people do that. They're like, hey, that's my stuff. Don't do it. I'm like, hey, I just wish he tagged me in it. Maybe I should reach out and say, hey, I don't mind that, but just tag me. I want recognition for my work. I've got over like thousands of videos. I'm not going to sweat it. So copyright, don't use other people's stuff. And if you do it with their permission. But I think there's a rule where you can use like a snippet, 3 or 4 seconds, like he did. It's like it's a gray. That's why I say it's a gray area, because it's legal but not legal, or it doesn't meet that threshold. And figure out what it is, but don't say you were not warned. Okay, for copyright. Next one, post and ghost. After you post a video, wait a couple of days, and you'll notice you get comments. You'll be like, here, check it out. Where's my keyboard? Don't be a keyboard warrior. I'll move this over here. But as you can see, engage with them. Let them know that, hey, I like your comment. If I can find one in here. Here. Thank you. it's so simple yet frustrating, right? And I could say something like reply. It'll be a long reply, but I would say my pleasure, because I know what led me to make that video. My pleasure. I myself didn't know, and I took the drone back to the store, and the people that owned the store and worked in the store were perplexed by the whole experience, and didn't even know what to do. And then I just brought it back home, troubleshoot it, and I was like, oh my God, I figured it out. And that's how my channel started. I was like, that'd be a great idea for a video. And when things just spiraled down there, but I was just more perplexed by the fact that they don't even know what to store. And then I thought I was so proud. I go back to the store. I was like, hey guys, look. It was like that. I don't know. I thought they would have been impressed and said thanks. And, we're going to show our guys this so that they know moving forward. No, they just like glorified, glorified security guards just sitting there, making sure no one steals anything when they should be pushing the sales and like upselling the product. Not me going in there and be like, hey guys, look, I figured it out. No, it didn't work. But that's why we have the channel. And as you can see, that was 15 hours ago. Someone said, thank you. And I will reply back, because I'm not just going to post and ghost, because the comments also tell the algorithms that you are, that video is doing pretty good. Hey, that video's got lots of comments. Hateful comments, don't delete. The algorithms don't care if it's hate, love, or whatever. They just see it has traction in that video. I'm like, oh my God, that video's got some movement. So don't be like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. I'm like, see that as money. That's money right there. Those comments and engagements are going to push the video further. Whoops, don't break the stuff. So know that you'll get a better night's sleep. And I wish I had more comments. I wish I had more hateful comments. I wish I had more loving comments. But the best way to hurt a content creator is don't say anything on the video, because then the algorithms don't see that video as having had traction. And you learn that moving forward. But at my age, I could care less. I'm not a crybaby. I'm not going to cry over like someone saying like, yo, some people shouldn't be posting on YouTube. Yo, you don't know what you're doing. I'm like, whatever. Anyway, I'm like, yeah, please say more, because, it's cha-ching to Google AdSense. You'll see, even if it's 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, it all adds up. Okay, so that covers the post and ghost. Next up, give back. We always give back on the channel. We have raffles, we have prizes, we have giveaways. We might be giving, well, not might, but we will be giving this spare flashlight away. What good is it? Here, it's not any good. We're definitely going to be giving this away. And a lot of times we were shipping internationally, but with the tariffs, now our giveaways are local. And then sometimes if the channel makes enough money, if someone abroad, meaning person who lives overseas, wins this, then we'll give them Amazon gift card, and then we'll have the drawing again, but only those in the US are eligible to win. Otherwise we'll go bankrupt. But thankfully a lot of the stuff were sent, so we can do prizes and giveaways, and we give back to the community, because again, this growth and success would not have been possible without the viewers like you, like Afix, Markabay, Midnight Off-Road Runner, right? Swedish Forge, anyone else? Dave, right? Ken, like I was saying before, Ken's like, hey, can you schedule your streams? I have a family. I want to know when you're coming on so I could plan around it, because of course he needs to arrange babysitting. So, when you reach that level of success, you gotta plan it, and you just can't be sporadic and spontaneous. Sometimes I am spontaneous, but I try to now, well, not try, but I do schedule my live streams. We took a little hiatus for a bit, but now we're back on track. And I would say, just consistency, scheduling. As for regular posts, it doesn't matter. There's no secret formula. It's not like you're going to go viral if you post every day at 8 p.m. Not every day, let's say every Wednesday, 8 p.m. if you post a new video. Nah, if it's going to go viral, it's going to go viral. I actually have one that went viral, which is right here. It is, if I go to my comments, right here, this video. And it's still growing. So you're going to have a viral moment. That video is 121,000 views. So chase the views, not the subscribers, because as you can see, I have 6,000 subscribers to one video that's doing really well. It's just climbing up. Might have 200 views, might have even have 1,000,000 views. So, again, chase the views, not the subscribers, because subscribers don't mean anything. You can go to a channel, someone's got 10 subscribers and 1,000,000 views, right, on a video. So think of it from that mindset. And remember to go to the not Google, but the YouTube channel right here, inspiration for ideas. And if you don't see anything that's inspiring, you can enable your topic there. It gets, some ideas from their support bot. But everything's bot. There is no humans. Or do like I do, anytime something breaks, I'm like, how do I fix it? I think about my mind, how I can fix it, and then I turn that into a video. Or we take our comments and we turn that into a video. A lot of 50, almost like there's like a 60-40 ratio, or 60% of the videos are comments, and other 40% are from, shit that just breaks. And I'm like, how do I fix it? I'm like, wow, that's a great idea for a video. Like my snowblower, got to fix that. New video coming out there, and etc. So just do you. Or if you see a video you like, do that video and do it in your voice and your style. And again, it's an uphill battle. It's a challenge. Sometimes you'll be like, oh my God, this is going to be a great video. It might be a great video. You would say you win the lottery, hire an editor, right? And pay him $10,000 to make your video, just to find out it only got 5 views. A lot of times, YouTube works that way. So you'll put your heart and soul and sometimes funding into something just to get a flop, or just to get, people aren't looking for that at the time, like no one's doing that. But eventually someone will. Remember the billions of people around the world on this planet. Why not just one view? So again, a lot of it is AI regulated. So sometimes you'll be in the shadows until the gates open, or until someone does a search for that one particular video that you poured your heart and soul into. But again, you just got to keep pushing, keep punching, and then burning the midnight oil. But just remember, just don't. I was gonna say that was the end for challenges, but don't follow the algorithm. Some people do. Some people have success in following the algorithms. With me, I don't, because I find it's a cat and mouse game. Similarly, it reminds me of the days when developing apps and coding, and you'd be like building something, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait to show everyone that. And then you go into the office and show your friends, and they're like, no one's doing that anymore. Everything's MySQL, or everything's this, or everything's Swift. And I'm like, what? So if you're going to follow the algorithms, make sure you're following what's current. And but it's hard to tell, because what's current now is outdated the next. And again, that's why I suggest doing you and not chasing the algorithms. But as you can see, people have had success chasing it, but it's not my thing, because I'm just so over the cat and mouse game. But some people love it and thrive by it, and will find success doing it. It's just not for me. And like I said in the beginning, do you. Okay? Live streams. Is fun. People can monetize on it. But just remember, when you do live stream, that you have the right software. I wish I had the right software in the beginning. For many years, I've been on the search for the holy grail of the correct streaming software. There have been so many glitches, and you guys have been so helpful in making my live streams successful by, when we went live. The troubleshooting, the ideas for different apps, OBS, Manycams, and a couple others. I can't even remember the names of them. But now finally we are using Streamlabs, which I'll leave a link to in the description. It's just phenomenal. It's brought the channel to the next level thanks to Afix. And now we can be engaged with our viewers/subscribers and know when they comment, and things are just sort of happening in real time, and more folks are coming to our live streams because of it, because I'm not just doing something and then realizing 20 minutes later, like, oh wow, there's a comment, and then replying back. We now have ding notifications, and we're using the free version, which is just great. So again, live streams are good, but remember there are certain milestones and criteria that you have to meet in order to have that unlocked, so that you can live stream via YouTube or some other platforms like Rumble or Relive or whatever they're called will let you stream, or Facebook, without having any minimum requirements. But YouTube really is one of the platforms where you can get success, views, and money, right? In a sense where they pay really well. Some of the other ones are a bit like Apple, where they take a big portion of the pie and leave you with just a little bit. So that's live streams, and have fun with it. Just remember the copyright. Just remember to engage. Just remember, whatever it is that you live stream is something that people want to come to, and like I said, live streams are meant to be fun and not stressful and engaging. I just love live streaming. All my videos are like this. Just what you see is what you get. No scripts. Some people love scripts. That's not my thing. Health. Remember health, life balance. You got to take care of your health. You can get caught up making videos. One after that, I got to make another video. Oh, I got to make another video. I got to make it. And then just pretty much, you get caught in a rut, like a hamster in a treadmill. No matter how many videos you make, it doesn't, you'll work your craft, you'll get better, but you got to remember to take care of you. Ride your bike, go for a hike, spend time with family. Don't forget about the holidays, because if you're going to go viral, you're going to go viral. If your channel is going to take off, it's going to take off, whether it's today, now, tomorrow. It's going to be based on whatever it is that moment, that people were looking for something. You just have to decide whether or not it's the right viral you want, whether you want to be a one-hit wonder viral, or a viral who a YouTuber who people are coming to see because of what you're doing on your channel. And what I mean like a one-hit wonder thing was, there was Jersey droners. Remember across the United States there were many drones flying around the country, and I was like, oh, that'd be a good opportunity for me to fly my drone. And it was, but I got over 1,000 subscribers in 2 days. I got 500 subscribers one day, and then I went live again the next day and got another 500. And so the channel was growing, and I was like, whoa, wait, is this what I want to be known for? That drone guy, or the how-to guy? And so that's when I put the brakes on. I was like, no, I don't want to be known as the drone guy, especially at that particular time. So yeah, I would have gone viral. I would have blown up, because 500 subscribers a day. All legit, two people chiming in, chatting in, you shouldn't be doing that, I'm going to report you, this and that. I have my part 107, so they can report all they want, and I never do anything illegal on the live streams. That's the other thing. When you do live stream, don't do anything illegal, because it's live stream, right? You can't say, oh, it was pre-recorded. Oh, I bought the footage from this online website that allows you to get, third-party footage. No, live streaming. Keep it real. Don't do anything illegal, because it will come back and bite you in the butt. But again, back to the one-hit wonder. So I was like, you know what? I want to be known as How To by Lou, and not Lou the drone guy who was flying during the time when there were all those drones flying in New Jersey. So decide, because then what happens is people are like, oh wow, I'm going to go to the drone guy's channel, and then they see you doing something like this. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Why isn't he flying his drone? Like, because that's what I do. How to find yourself in the dark when going camping and using the Warworks flashlight, or how to, so, and then maybe I'll implement some drone footage in there flying over the lake. So again, have fun with it, and remember your health. Your health is really important, because that's going to make or break you. But aside from your health, have a backup of at least maybe 2 months of videos recorded. I have at least 3 to 4 months of material in, because I have it scheduled. So I have one video going out weekly. One time I had something with my eye, a subconjunctival hemorrhage, and I couldn't record for about a month and a half. But what saved me was that I had pre-recorded videos that needed to be edited, or that needed to be scheduled, and just put right down here one more, which would be shorts. Shorts help your channel grow too. So remember, if your health goes bad, have a backup plan, 2 to 3 months, and then you can just spend your time editing, or have them already scheduled, and then you can just sit back, relax until you get your health back, and then go back to business as usual. In my case, I was able to wear sunglasses during my streams, and I had the YouTube shorts working for me. Sometimes YouTube shorts work for you. They help boost the channel, and sometimes people don't have the attention spans for long videos like this one. And so, you could take this long form video, not this one, but maybe a different one, and then turn it into a YouTube short, and let it do something that will work right for you and your viewers. But I find that my shorts get better views than the long form content, and the long form content, meaning the videos where the how-to videos, the collaborators are taking and just using it for their own personal gain and purpose when it comes to their marketing material that's used for the whatever it is, like this one right here. If we go here, if I go to Diana, the folks that sent me the pro here, it says, "Hi, just finished watching your video. It's fantastic. The whole piece feels professional, engaging, from the unboxing and fit demonstration to real-world mowing scenes. Everything perfectly shows how the pro here 037 performs in action, etc., etc., etc." And they're going to use that video so even if I get like 20 views, 30 views on that video, that's fine, because they're going to come back to me for another video because they have more than one product. So, and then of course the short form will get hundreds or thousands of views, which has been the what's been happening with the channel. But it is what it is. And again, that video was not for you, it was for them, and I like to share it with you guys. But if the people in corporate, or who reached out to you, love your video, then don't worry about what other people say, and just wish that it got those views. But listen, people over here on their team like it, and that's, again, that video was not made for you, it was made for them, having you in mind. But any edits, changes, etc., have to be taken into consideration when they ask for them. All right, because remember, they are the team. And that's pretty much it. You came this far. It's a push, push, push. Never give up. Never surrender. You are everything. You're the editor. You're the camera guy, camera girl. You're everything there is until your channel does take off, and you're able to maybe hire someone and trust them to do what you were doing. And maybe you won't, maybe it'll just always be you. And just remember to take care of you, so that the burden doesn't feel too taxing, and you just want to give up, because there are some days where you just want to give up, but you just got to push forward and maintain your consistency, and hopefully your channel will grow. If it doesn't, you have to reanalyze and figure out what it is that you need to do to have it grow, because you should, after a year, you should have at least X amount of subscribers on the channel, so that it's somewhat inspirational. Or maybe not. Some people's channels take off later. I don't know the secret formula. I just can only share with you my experience and what I've had. I'm no guru, and if you do go to the guru's website or channel, cherry pick, because some of the information they do share is resourceful and can be useful to your growth. Like, for example, I took YouTube Shorts, has a suggestion. I was like, oh, well, it's not a bad idea. But I was always being pushed into YouTube Shorts. I think it was the folks who sent me something. I can't remember what I was sent. They were like, and we want YouTube Shorts too. And I was against it. I was like, who the fuck is a YouTube Short? I'm not doing that. And I was like, well, they asked for it, so I got to do it. And then I was using Opus Clip, is an online web app that actually converts your video into shorts for you. So I recommend Opus. And then that's where things I was like, wow, now I love making shorts, because There's an online service that does it for you. And you know, now I'll say, hey, you get your video and you get shorts too, and it helps to push the channel because no one, like I said, has the attention span anymore to watch anything unless it's like under or over 3 minutes, and that's it, right? But yeah, again, thank you. I want to thank everyone, and if you made it this far, thanks again. And I wish you the success in your channel so that you too can continue to grow and maybe do collaborations. And remember to reach out. Don't just wait for them to come to you, right? You gotta go to them, and don't be shy. As you can see, apply and let dry. You know, like even though it says, oh, you gotta have 1 million subscribers, you know what? That might be what it says, but to my luck, I've been, you know, it's proven otherwise. Maybe I'll get sent something smaller, like, no, what, we can't do the $1,000 computer because you don't have 1 million subscribers, but we have this little boogie board thing you can demonstrate for, and then you do it, you know, because eventually it's gonna lead to something else, especially when they have more than one product. And don't be shy. And equipment doesn't matter. In the beginning, my videos got thousands of views and I was just doing voiceovers, but key would be microphone. You could have crappy video, awesome mic will make up for it and compensate for it, and you get that je ne sais quoi audio that will just simply make up for it, and people are coming to not see you or your stuff, but for whatever it is they came for, that they needed help with, that you're actually delivering on. So make sure you deliver on what people came for, have great audio, and later on you can get a better mic. But in the meantime, as long as you give people what they came for, you're golden. And make sure the voice is like this, so that, you know, you have everything moving forward. So I would say, you know, just invest in a mic. But in the beginning, 30,000, 20,000 views I was getting just from the iPhone. And not even this version, previous version. So, you know, again, it's not about having the Hollywood equipment, but just being able to deliver what was promised when they came to you and clicked. And that's pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? 6,000 subscribers. You'll get there. I hope that this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.